Hello, this is Heather Hoffman. I'm here today with a nice, clean, simple card using the March 2021 Kit of the Month from Unity Stamp Company. It's kind of a clean, graphic, fun design. I'm using that fun little, it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be an Easter egg, but I kind of saw the solid image and thought it would be fun as a little bit of a backdrop for those cute little butterflies in the kit, and then I've grabbed out a fun little spring sentiment as well to use on here. So I'm going to start off, kind of clean some of the dust off of that little egg stamp since I haven't used it yet. I'm lining it up in my MISTI in the center of my horizontal panel of white cardstock. And then you can see I've kind of picked a fun little bright springy palette of colors. And each color I've picked two gradating, a lighter and a darker shade of the same color. So I'm starting there. These are all Pinkfresh Studio inks. I started with Lemon Whip, and then I added Sweet Mustard just to the bottom of that egg or oval shape. That's just going to add some color variation and a little bit of interest to those background silhouettes that we're using there. All right, so I did yellow in the center there. We're going to do purples on the side. The two colors I'm using here are Soft Lilac and Candy Violet. The Soft Lilac was pretty soft and light, so I went ahead and stamped it twice before I added that deeper shade on there for the little bit of variation in the color. All right, final color here is going to be the orange. And as you can see, I'm just really eyeballing. I could use a ruler or something to really make sure I line those up perfect, but I felt like they were really easy just to kind of use the grid on the MISTI and just kind of look at them as I lined them up. All right, for the oranges there, I did the same thing with the lighter color. That was Peach Fuzz, and then added that shading on the bottom with the Apricot, just kind of partially inking that. All right, now that I have all three of those ovals on there, I'm going to go ahead and add the silhouette of the butterfly over the top. Any black ink will work. I'm using just my favorite VersaFine ONYX black. I like it for nice, crisp black images where I'm not going to be coloring with Copics, so it works really well for this for me. So I stamped that main larger butterfly in the center, and then the smaller one that's kind of similar. They fit really well together. I'm going to stamp that on both of the side ones. That's just going to create some balance, keeping the outer ones the same, and then the center one, the slightly larger, more unique one. All right, I stamped them each twice to make sure I had a super bold and crisp impression. And I'm going to go ahead and come in there with my sentiment. I just thought with the colors and everything that happy spring was just kind of the perfect sentiment. Now you might notice on there, I was a little frustrated. I got a little bit of black ink on my finger and I got a little smudge. So at this point, I didn't want to go back and redo all my work. So I kind of changed the layout from my card from what I was originally planning. You'll kind of see as we go on there. And then I tried to kind of clean those smudges off my fingers. So I didn't do it again. That's probably the biggest challenge of a clean and simple design. So I went ahead and just tore along that edge. So I tore off that smudged spot, and then I was really careful trying to make sure my fingers were clean and I wasn't getting on anything I didn't want to there. And I just added a torn edge along the top and bottom. And then I'm going to adhere that straight onto a white card base. And actually, even though that wasn't my original plan, I was going to trim my panel down or do something different. I actually really like how that design element worked out. So it's kind of fun how sometimes you can make a mistake and you think it's kind of ruined things, and it ends up helping you come up with a new design idea that you maybe wouldn't have otherwise. That's kind of why I left that in there, just because I wanted to show a lot of times my cards change from beginning to end, and a lot of times it's because I make a mistake along the way like that. All right, I added foam adhesive to the back there. Those are panels of fun foam that I put wide pieces of Scor-Tape onto. Makes a good sturdy base to pop it up on foam without having to use a huge roll of foam in a big hurry. All right, finishing touch on this. I always like to end with a little bit of bling. So I'm pulling out some jewels. These are also from Pinkfresh Studio. And there's a great color combo or options of colors. So I kind of matched them to each of my inked up colors. And I got one of each size kind of clustered around these. And then I started fiddling and playing. So I skipped ahead a little bit because it took me a while to actually settle on where I wanted to put them to where I was happy with them. But I ended up just kind of clustering them in groups of 3 near the color that they were. So you can see there, I've kind of got them all finished and set in place. And this card is finished. Thanks so much for coming by today. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day.